Uniform Sierra, Delta Mike 06.
WB6, QAM. WB6J and in, San Jose. WB6J and in, San Jose. Yeah, K6WIS, WB6J in. So you're not real strong, but I hear you in there. So WB6J in, go ahead. Yeah, Paul, I'm not hearing you, so must have been an airplane or something there. WB6J in. Hey, Jim, is he down on the floor? No, that was Paul that I was trying to talk to there. I heard him, but I think it was just an airplane, but I hear myself on the SDR, so yeah, the receiver over there. But anyway, I'm not hearing Mike yet. They just turned on the link here a minute ago.
Okay, I'm here, sorry. I wasn't watching the clock. K6MYC Bozo Net.
WB6J in. K86S, okay.
Yeah, hello, Fred. I got Fred, and I heard somebody before that, but I didn't have the Bluetooth running here. Who was the other one?
285, WB6J in.
Okay, there we go. Okay. Good evening, Fred. KD6S, okay, and then you can take your time and then go over to Jim there. KD6S, okay. Beautiful day, K6MYC.
Yeah, hi, good evening, Mike. Yeah, it was a pretty warm day, actually, about 80-something degrees, 81 degrees or so. So, let's see, what else? Did you get a chance to watch that video?
I'm sorry, I missed that. Did I see what?
Oh, did you get a chance to watch that video on Rocket?
Oh, yeah. No, I watched it a week ago, yes. I mean, by Feldman.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting how they develop their rockets and stuff and what they're capable of doing. I don't think I'd want to be their neighbor. They're not very neighborly. Alrighty, Mike. Yeah, we had a warm day here, 81 degrees, and let's see, it's supposed to be hotter tomorrow. Not looking forward to that. It's probably even hotter down where you live, and it's triple digits in Phoenix today. Back to you, Mike. K86S, okay.
No, actually, you guys are warmer than we were. I missed one thing, Fred. I had a coughing fit here. about something about the video that you sent. You said the way they were building the rockets. Are you talking about Iran?
Yeah, you know, what they're capable of doing and stuff. Most of their stuff is short range, but they do have a space launch vehicle for satellites, but it's not very accurate. So they've only launched 3 of them. But so I don't think there's no threat from them. I don't think right now. Maybe in the future, but not anytime soon.
I'm still missing something. What don't you think they can do anytime soon?
I don't think they'll have a missile that can hit the United States anytime soon.
Well, if they can put up a satellite, they can certainly make a intercontinental ballistic missile. Then the business of the heat shield is minor. In the big sense, that heat shield and bringing it back into our atmosphere is minor. But you're right. Currently, they don't have anything that goes much over 3,000 miles, and we're 6,000 miles to New York. So it's. But again, it depends on where you want to put your emphasis. And they've put an awful lot of emphasis into building tens of thousands of rockets that they're sending around to all their neighbors. And nobody's too happy about that. And as you can see, they spend an awful lot of money building remote or mobile launch sites, if you will. And then the underground to store them. When they're done launching, they hide out in the big subterranean areas. And they spend an awful lot of money making a very, very big war machine. For what purpose? It didn't help the people of Iran, I tell you that.
Well, their target's Israel, and Israel should deal with these problems. I don't think the United States should get involved with this. I think it's terrible that we're spending $1 billion a day on this when Israel, you know, the biggest threat is to Israel is Iran. That's fine, but they have really good intelligence, and they have all kinds of assassination teams. And I don't think we should be involved in a foreign war again. Just like Trump said, he said before he was left, he said we shouldn't get involved in any more foreign wars, any more foreign conflicts. He said that. Okay, so and now we're involved in foreign wars. So that's just absolutely wrong. Big success. Okay.
You're missing the whole point, Fred. We're already involved in the war. They've been at war with us for the better part of 47 years. So it's a point in time that had to be moved on. Otherwise, it was going to get totally out of control. Look at what they've got already and how many missile sites we've taken out and all the damage they've done to all around their neighborhood and the control of the Straits of Hormuz and the Karg Island thing and all the rest of it. It's a bad regime, evil, and up to no good in any way, shape, or form. And we're not involved in the long-term war. You certainly don't have to worry about that. You're obviously not watching all the chess pieces being moved around the board there. Anyway, not to worry. We don't have to get into that. But do a little research on the Karg Island recent attack that we made on Karg Island. It was very precise and very pristine to maintain the function of the island. It's where all the oil comes out of Iran and goes to China and other places. And Karg Island is the oil island, and a huge pipeline from the coast of Iran over to Karg Island for a mile or two or whatever it is. 10,000 people living there, airport, and all that, and it is a very pristine strike, taking out the airport and the control tower and their capability to do anything from an aircraft standpoint from there, and also taking out their capability to do any mines. That they have mines and mine setting ships that they want to use to control the Straits of Hormuz. There's a lot of history to Hormuz, and what you really find when you start digging down is that they've been controlling what goes through the Straits of Hormuz for quite a while, and there's a lot of vessels that cannot go through there. It's just a mess, and it's going to get straightened out, I think, and it should be all for the better. But it also puts China in a tenuous position for their oil supply, so they are forced to let the thing proceed as it is. Otherwise, their oil supply will be shut off. Anyway, it's a big picture, lots of chess pieces, a lot of things going on there. Anyway, let's see if Jim has any thoughts in that department. The WB6JNN with KD6SOK and the Bozo Net K6MYC.
This is K.
Yeah, okay, very good. I'm going to keep it behind you in a certain tree. We got guided bicycles, so I'll leave it at that. WB6JNN.
You got covered up the first half of that, Jim. Could you repeat the first half, because I didn't get any context? Over.
Vietnam, international unguided bicycles.
I'm lost. Where did bicycles come into this?
Well, that's one of the reasons we left.
One of the reasons we left, what?
You'll have to go read the history for yourself. WB6JNN.
What are you talking about, Jim? I'm not following. What is the reason we left? What? A country or what?
Very primitive society did real damage to our troops in Vietnam. Let's just put it that way. How's that?
Are you talking, you're going back, did you say Vietnam?
Yeah.
And who did damage to, we did, of course. We didn't, probably shouldn't have been in Vietnam. What was your comment about damage?
They did plenty of damage with their primitive, and Iranians go way back being scientific, so it's a little different situation, and we had enough problems with Vietnam. We've aroused a sleeping giant. We'll see what happens.
Well, you're either you're way over my head and why we got over to Vietnam out of this. I'm not sure. Are you trying to draw a parallel between what was going on in Vietnam and what was going on in Iran?
Yeah, never mind. There's a net going on. Let's do the net. And no, I'm not pro-Trump or anti-Trump, but he has some issues with thinking we're stronger than we are. WB6JNN.
Okay. Anyway, very good. I'm sorry that I had so much trouble understanding where you were coming from bringing in Vietnam. And Fred, did you have any final comments or something to refer to as far as what Jim was saying? Over.
Well, I do have some comments. So number one is, if you watch that video on rockets carefully, because I think you missed what they talked about in these satellite space launch vehicles. They do not have a way to guide it back in through the upper atmosphere. Even if they had a heat shield, so that's all. You think they can just go on there, it's going to work. It doesn't work like that. That got some thinking that it made of 1, 2, 3 little lift page out of it. Let's do it. It took 15 years to design that in the United States. All these old bombs were dropped in World War II from the Dutch made it with gravity bombs. And that's when they developed the B-36. So the football of the missile that brings back into the upper atmosphere is a completely different technology. It's very difficult to do. And the Iranians don't have it, and probably will have it for a long time. And these two, the Pakistanis or Indians, are those other countries that can do it, that's China and Russia. And they, you wouldn't worry about France, you should worry about China. Now, that's a serious problem. If you don't get to way around the bad side of China, we're not going to win that war. And number two, well, of course, I don't care about the precision. So, just the straight diplomacy from the one up. What if they open it? Well, they can't put oil into the tankers. You accomplish two goals. You make sure that oil can't come out of Iran. So even if you want to relieve the pressure, let's say the war's over, well, you're not going to build 2 cars islands over there.
I'm sorry, Fred. You must have bumped the knob somewhere in there. And when I'm on the stream, I can't change the frequency here. So I didn't get much of that. Can I get you to send me an email, Fred, with your phone number, and I will give you a call after the net or tomorrow at your convenience. You list a time, and I'd be very happy to hear what you said. And I knew you had quite a bit to say there, but I didn't get enough of it because you were about 300 cycles off, and it was all like that, so I just couldn't get it, Fred. Can you, do you have my email address? I'll give it to you. It's Mike, K6MYC, at protonmail.com, protonmail.com, all one word, protonmail.com, over.
Okay, I got it. I'll send you an email, okay?
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for getting back on frequency. I just can't change the frequency when we're on the stream here, over.
I got you. All right, 7386, that's okay.
Okay. Now look for your email, Fred. All right, let's see who else we have in here for 222 in the Bay Area. K6MYC Bozo Net.
Kilo 6 Whiskey India Sugar.
Okay, hi Paul, K6WYS. K6 Whiskey India Sugar, K6MYC. Good signal. I can probably peek up on you a little bit. Go ahead.
Yeah, hi, good evening, Mike, K6MYC, and I heard Jim, the other Jim, W6PQL in there. Good evening, Jim. You're 5x7 to 5x9. So back to you, Mike. Your signal was a 5x5, but just recently it's gone down to about a 5x3. And I could copy KD6SOK in there. He was about a 4x1. And earlier I copied WB6JNN, also a 4x1 to 5x2. So I've copied all the Bay Area stations into my QTH and Placerville so far, Mike. Over.
Okay. Do you have any other check-ins other than yourself, Paul?
Oh, yes. Before I forget, the Clear Lake stations, KA6OSX and N1PPP, I QSO'd with both of them this evening earlier, over.
Okay, very good. I'll put them in here, and thank you for that. And okay, I'm copying almost everybody so far. There's only been 2, but I guess you got him. I don't know if you heard Jim, but you said you had 4x1 copy on Fred. So there you go. Okay. Well, we'll also look for you on the direct path in a few minutes. And if you can stick around long enough, we'll look for you on 6 meters in a little while. I'm all ready to go, and I'll be starting almost in your direction on 6 meters as well, because I start in the other pointing direction. I start in Nevada. All right. Let me see. We didn't catch KD6 KW6S. Let me go down and see if he's there, because he's usually in here, and told me last night he would be on, but I haven't heard him yet. But I've got to move the antenna back a little bit. Can you copy me at all this way, Tom? KW6 Sugar, K6MYC. Okay, could you give Tom a call? I've got a cat on my chest, and I'm having trouble moving the rotator can over.
Oh, okay, very good. Yeah, check in Ralph. I talked to Ralph down below. So he said, hey, KW6S from WA6 Oscar India Bravo. You there, Tom? KW6S, WA6OIB. Over.
I guess he isn't there.
No, he sure isn't tonight.
Well, I've got you in here anyway, and we had Fred and we have Jim in here. I guess we've got W6PQL, so bump the antenna up a little bit, call Jim, and I'll peak the antenna after you get Jim making a transmission there. WA60IB in the group, K6MYC.
Okay, very good. Yeah, let's see if Jim is in there, if he can copy me. W6PQL. W6PQL, WA60IB, over.
Yeah, hi, Ken.
KM6SR.
So Mike can be a little bit stronger. I think when he gets his antenna reoriented, that'll take care of that. But you're doing very well. You're 5 by 7. I had the antenna a little bit further to the east a minute ago, and was copying Paul about 5 and 7 also. That's not pointed at him, but it has a side lobe on him, and he'd probably be a couple 3S units stronger than that if I was directly on him. But anyway, you're a good copy, over.
Yeah, very good. Well, you're solid S9 here. Excellent tonight. Yeah, very good copy. Rob was in there also, and Rob came by today and dropped off the amp. So I'm going to take a look at that tonight, see if I can get those diodes back in the wire, this and that. There's a few things, and we'll see if we can get that amp going for him there so he can get back on 70 centimeter, over.
Yeah, that would be very appreciated, and by Rob and also by Jim, I'm sure. W6PQL, how copy now? You're good and strong here, Jim, K6MYC.
Yeah, you're fine, Mike. You're about 5 and 6. I'm not getting really big signals tonight, but they're a little bit more steady than they have been in the past. I was just about to hop up frequency, 10 kilohertz, and see if Steve's going to be in there. By the way, he's going to be here on Wednesday at Mike ETH, so if he happens to be here at net time, we'll get him to say howdy to you. So, anyway, that is the story. Over.
Okay, well, I'll be good to check in number 52 directly with his voice. Okay, very good. Let's see if there's anybody else on frequency that we can hear before we go over to Oakley here. QRZ, again, into the Bay Area. Okay, 6MYC in the Bozo Net looking Bay Area, over. I'm not hearing anything. How about you, Jim? Oh, where's Jim? Go ahead, Jim. I heard a piece of a voice there. Go ahead.
I was just saying there's nobody here.
Oh, okay. Am I stronger or weaker? Because I went back and forth on you and I couldn't find an audible peak.
Well, you're a little weaker, but don't worry about it. I have to go up frequency now. We'll catch you later.
Alrighty, very good. I'll see you tomorrow, of course. 1296, hopefully. See you later. Thank you, Jim, and you sound a lot better today. So you sound like you're on the mend there. W6PQL, K6MYC. One last call for the Bay Area. And we're KW6 Sugar. Tom, are you there? Maybe we'll have to catch Tom on the way back. Okay. Let me see if I can move this antenna up. Why don't you spin up toward Ken, N6RO Ken, and give him a call, and then I can move the rotator, but I can't see it. I have to put my face on the screen, and with the cat on my chest, I can't do that. Over.
Yeah, I was giving Tom a call. I think we doubled. AW6S, are you there? WA60IB. I guess not. I thought I heard him there. Okay, very good. Let me spin up.
Somebody else in there? Who was the other station? Go ahead.
Yeah, Mike, K6WIS here. I thought I heard a comment that Tom wasn't going to be on 222 tonight.
Oh, you're right. I keep thinking that a different band. You're right. Tom's broken. I was thinking it was 1296. No, Tom is broken, so he will not be here. He's got a broken feed line. He said maybe by next week he'll have it fixed. So apologize, Ken, for forcing you to make 2 long calls there to Tom. Thank you, Paul. And you're really booming in now. So we got marvelous conditions pointed more toward Vaca, I think, here, over.
Yeah, Roger that. You're almost 5 by 7 now, Mike. Actually, I'm pointed on the south end of the bay, 205 degrees. That's more towards Amanam and Prieta. That's the optimum signal path direction for you, over.
Yeah, but I'm not pointed that way. I'm pointed up at almost 300 degrees here, over.
Hello, Paul.
Oh, hello, Ken. 5 by 3, Ken. WA60IB from K6WIS, pointed towards Amanam and Loma Prieta, over.
Yeah, I don't often hear you on the bounce, but I hear you tonight. So anyway, I'll stand by. I'm pointed up at Oakley, so I'll stand by for Ken in a minute.
Yeah, see, you're hearing him way north from where he normally is. He's pointed toward Amanam, and we're pointed toward Vaca.
Asymmetry, over.
Yeah, must be. It's going between 3 mountains. Very good, Paul. Sounds good. Thanks for checking back in. And I'm glad Ken was copying you. Ken is going to take it for me now just for a second and give Ken a call, and then I'll pick the antenna on Ken. I can reach the button, but I can't see the readout. Over. Go ahead, Ken, if you'd call in 6RO, please.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought you were still talking to Paul there. N6RO, are you awake tonight? And have you had your fish? N6RO, WA60IB, and K6MYC, over.
Yeah, N6RO in the magnificent city of Oakley. Actually, I'm in the county. Bozo 835. Dinner was sauteed sea scallops and shrimp, and Brussels sprouts and other veggies. And on 6 meters, I'll talk about Earl Scruggs. Back to you, Ken, or the chief.
Okay, very good. Earl Scruggs. Now, okay. Well, we'll see I'm anxious to see what that's all about. Yeah, I know who that is. Did you copy him out, Mike?
Oh, no, I got a good copy on Ken, and we sent, it was K7KF. John sent that Earl Scruggs thing, and I knew Ken would be interested in it. John's is somebody I work on 40 meters in the morning almost every day. And he sent that along, and I knew that would be of interest to Ken. So hopefully he enjoyed that. We'll find out more about that when we talk to him on 6. Good evening, Ken. Got your dinner? We had asparagus and salmon tonight, and very good, with a shrimp Louis salad. Outstanding dinner, over.
Yeah, right. I almost had salmon and asparagus. I had the asparagus part. Tomorrow night is salmon.
We had salmon and asparagus tonight. How about that?
Wow, triple header.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was smoked salmon and asparagus. That was even better.
Yeah.
Okay, well, anyway, we'll see you on 6, Ken. Thanks for checking in. Looks like your 39 contacts on, what was it, 160 over the weekend is going to hold up, is it?
I think it was 80, yeah, 160. I'm in 40th place. I didn't score high. I only spent 40 minutes. And thanks for the email. I returned one to Judy, thanking you for the link to that show. It's the first time I've heard that one. I've listened to 100 or more of Earl Scruggs shows, and but I never ran across that one. And I sent a link to you about Ella Fleck, who's one step up from Earl Scruggs. He mentored Earl Scruggs was his mentor. Anyway, we can talk more about it on 6 and 6RO.
Yeah, Roger. Well, hopefully you enjoyed it, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I thought they got with it pretty good. Now, I don't know whether it was attached, but it was attached to our email. It was a violin jam session after that. Did you get in on that? Did you hear that?
I watched another video after that. But I say, I watched so many I can't keep track.
Oh, That's okay. It was just, it came on right as the Earl Scrubs was finishing up. This was, and they were bluegrassing, but with violins and a lot of fancy hopping and bopping with the fiddle, fiddlers and the bows. All right. Very good. 7-3 Ken, and we'll see you in a few minutes on 6 there. And 6RO, okay, 6MYC, moving. Anybody else in the Central Valley, please, over. KO6IQR, are you there, Mario? Yeah, Mario's missing tonight. I thought he had 6 working.
We're not on 6, we're still on 220.
Oh, that's right. God dang it. See what happens when I have a cat on my chest. I can't concentrate on what I'm doing here. She wants some loving here today. That's a really funny time. She normally sits with me in the morning while I'm on the air, but tonight she's sitting here and she is not getting off. I mean, I'm leaning over and trying to tip her off, and she does not want to get off. So I'm going to have to just go with the flow here. Let's go to Sacramento and give a call for KO6KD and others up that way. Ken, over.
Yep, I'm up there now, WA6OIB.
I'll give them a call. I have to tune my ear now.
KO6KD, hello Bill. KO6KD, WA6OIB, and K6MYC calling. Over.
Again, KO6KD, Bozo 776. Good evening. Nice to hear you. Nice, good signal this evening. Over.
Yeah, very good. You're loud and clear here too. An S6, S7, back in there, back and forth. A little bit of QSB, fast stuff, but perfectly copyable. Good to hear you there, Mike. You got him tuned in then. K6MYC and the gang, WA6OIB.
Yeah, we got you fine, Bill. It may not be peaked on you, but it's a good copy here. And good evening to you. Good to have a chat this morning, and I told Judy this evening to send you that short Matt Morris blog about Carg Island. So hopefully she'll get that off this evening. Good to hear you, Bill. Thank you. And we then will go to from here right on up to Nevada and catch KE7UQL. And I hope you're continuing to feel a little better every day, a little better, Bill. KO6KD in the group, K6MYC. Sometimes he doesn't hear me, Ken.
Okay, Mike, I had to listen to you on the stream. For some reason, I'm not hearing you very well tonight. I'm hearing Ken very nice, but I'm just not hearing you. But, all right, copy that Judy will be sending that message out later on. And thank you for the good wishes. I hope I get to feeling better as well and continue to feel better. 7-3 for now, and hopefully we'll see you on 6 meters. K6MYC with WA6OIB in the group. KO6KD Bozo 776. Check it in, check it out.
Okay, very good, Bill. And thanks, Ken, and we'll see him later on 6 meters.
Yeah, 1-3, Bill. I'm head up north then.
Yeah, go to north, and now let me get Rob checked in here. Rob, we heard you earlier. Is Candy there with you? KM6SRR 432.
Roger. Yep, she's down working on the computer here. Yeah, I knew you heard me. I heard it on the screen, so I just waiting in the background. You still there, Mike? K6MYC, KM6SRR.
Yeah, I'm here. I finally got the cat to get off. Now I can see the readout. Now I'm due north, and we'll call KE7UQL. Kilo Echo 7 Uniform Quebec London, KE7UQL. Daniel, K6MYC with WA6OIB in the Bozo Net. Over.
K6US.
Good evening, Aaron.
Yeah, good evening, Mike. Been here since the beginning. I already gave Rob the list, so he knows who was here at the beginning. K6US 1079 and 1100.
Okay, I'm not hearing Daniel. Okay, E7UQL. Yeah, making lots of power. KE7UQL, KE6MYC. Daniel?
This is 272. Here is KE7UQL. Over.
Yeah, we got you now. KE7UQL, K6MYC. Quite a bit east of north tonight. That's where you're peaking. Quite a bit east of north, about 10 to 14 degrees east of north, so that's a strange one. Not altogether strange, but last night you were booming right on due north. Hi. So Ken, how are you doing with Daniel over there?
Yeah, I was just ready to tell you that he was in there, but you copied him, so. Yeah, good evening, Daniel. KE7UQL, WA60IB. A little light tonight, lighter than usual, but you are copyable. KE7UQL, WA60IB. WA60IB, good evening, Ken. This is KE7UQL, pulling you out of the noise, over. Yeah, what was the question? I missed that. Here is Kilo Echo 7, Uniform Quebec Lima, over.
You said something about the noise, Daniel. We were wondering what you said about noise, over.
I didn't hear. I heard some words, but I didn't understand them. So, yeah, you're copyable. You're about an S3, A little lighter than normal, but plenty copyable. KE7UQL, the gang, WA60IB. Roger. I have a message for Mike.
Okay. Go ahead. I can copy you, Daniel. Go ahead, Daniel. Go ahead.
Yeah, the message is I will be on 12, 9, or 6 tomorrow. I say again, I will be on 12, 9, or 6 tomorrow. Roger.
Oh, Roger. Very good. We'll look forward to working you on 1296 tomorrow then. That'll be terrific. Thank you for the update, and thanks for putting in the effort to get 1296 up and running there, Daniel. Thanks much. Back to you, Ken.
Yeah, okay. Well, that wasn't any news that I could use. Hi. I'm still off at 1296. I haven't got the time to work on my antenna there, Daniel, so my antenna's still got a problem. So I'll get her one of these days. KE7UQL, WA60IB. Okay, Ken, QSL will get you one of these days. Yes, we will. Here is KE7UQL. We'll be standing by for any other calls. KE7UQL standing by. 7-3.
Anybody else copying Daniel? How about you, Rob? You hearing anything from him on the whole loop?
No, nothing direct, just on the stream, KM6SRR.
Nothing tonight from on Rob's QTH here on the whole loops, Daniel. It's a little marginal tonight. You're decent, but not as strong as you have been. I'm sure we may be just a little bit early here. Anyway, we'll let you go. 73s, and if you had 6 meters, we would look for you on 6. Even otherwise we'll see you on 1296 tomorrow evening. KE7UQL 73s, K6MYC Bozo Net.
Kilo 6, Mike Yankee Charlie, and WA60IB. 73 to you both. We'll work on tomorrow. KE7UQL 73.
73.
Adios, dit.
Hey, Mike, how much power is he running? I could hear him.
Hey, Daniel, how much power are you running on 220 here?
This is maybe 80, 85 over.
80, 85 watts, Rob. How much? Aaron, how much do you have?
I have 50, and it's not a strong copy, but I'm hearing him down here in Fresno, so he's got a good path down here into the valley. K6US.
Okay, are you copying on a beam, or what do you have for 220 antenna?
This is 2 whole loops.
Oh, a couple of whole loops. You're being heard in Fresno with 2 whole loops on this band, Daniel. I wonder if you copied anything from Aaron, K6 Uniform Shuyoger. Go ahead.
I I could hear him in there. I've got a little bit of a hiss and a little bit of noise. He's just riding over the top of it. I could tell he's in there. Over.
Roger, Roger. We could tell you there, but not quite readable, Aaron, over.
Yep, I can hear that through your radio, and yeah, that's about what he sounds like here. But I'm sure if we had really good band conditions, we could probably work each other on CW or digital or something. So, anyways, carry on. K6US.
Okay, very good, Aaron. I'm glad to know that you're hearing. It's amazing how much you can hear with just nothing for an antenna. I mean, you got essentially very little gain, if any. If you had 10 or 12 or 15 dB antenna gain, you'd have a big signal from Daniel, no doubt about it. All right, 7-3 again, Daniel, and we'll see you tomorrow on 1296. KE7UQL, K6MYC will be clear, and I'm going to go back and see if I can find who was missing that we were trying to get.
Okay, I'll step over to 6 meters. I got a small window tonight. WA60IB.
Okay. Yeah, we'll go to 6. I was going to go back to get W6S, but he's not going to be here because he's broken. So I think we're done. We'll see everybody on 6. K6MYC, Bozo 47, and Delta Mike 07 Delta Bravo, signing off on the 222 net on the 17th of, 16th, I should say, 16th of March in 2026. Good night, all.
Alrighty, here we go to 6 meters, K6US.
Hey, Mike, I had 16 so far on 222.
Thank you. Looks about right, but I'll write down 16 and we'll see what happens at the end of 6 here.
Roger, roger.
Kilo Golf 6, Charlie Echo Fox.
Hey, good evening, WA60IB.
Hiya, Ken. How's it going?
Got your 249. I'm pointed at you there, Richard. You can come on sideband. K6MYC.
Yeah, good evening.
982.
694. Number 249. I was just having a look at my signal on the live stream there. Over.
Yeah, you're booming in on the live stream. 982. Got you, Daryl.
727.
I hear.
I've got you, Ben. And I got 727. Thank you, Mike.
And hello, Richard, WA60IB.
Yeah, go ahead, and I got Ken in here. Go ahead, Richard, and I'm catching up with the log here. Go ahead, Richard.
Yeah, good evening, Ken. WA60IB, KD6BQ. Not quite as strong as Mike tonight, but good copyable signal. Over.
Yeah, let's see. Okay, now I'm back up to power. I was on low power. Maybe you can copy me a little better now. I don't know.
Yep, that definitely perked things up. Your S9 now, so good signal up here.
Yeah, it's a difference between 60 watts and my 1500 quote unquote. When the 41000's on there, it's a little better.
Yep, makes a big difference. That 10 dB stuff helps a lot.
Yeah, it sure does. Well, good evening to you. Nice signal, and we will stand by for the rest of the net. And hi to the rest of the guys. WA60IB 226.
Okay, let's see if Ben is copying. Ben, are you pointed up toward the north? We got a good signal from Richard tonight, KD6BQ in Nevada, Delta Mike 09. He's in Wausau Valley, so point just about due north, Ben, if you have the rotator there. WB6GBS, K6MYC.
I hear him faintly. I know he's there, but it is low, but then that's me and my equipment here. But okay, yeah, I hear him a little bit. W6GBS.
Okay. Well, we'll find out if he's hearing you. he's running a little bit of power. I think Richard normally runs 500 or 600 watts there. But anyway, good deal. How are you doing? We haven't talked to you for a couple of weeks here, so are you anything going on at your place? Over?
Yes, I had a granddaughter got married down in Southern California, so we had two things there. They had a surrogate, I guess they call it, where everybody in the bride's family meets together one weekend, and then this last Sunday she was married. It was a pretty good-sized wedding as far as the ones that I generally go to. They had about 250 people there, and they served the food family style or whatever they call it. So they just had bowls of food on the table there, and you get what you wanted. I think they still had a lot left over.
Yeah, and you brought half of it home, right?
No, I didn't touch a bit of it. No, that wasn't my deal to do there. So anyway, I could have, but I didn't.
I'm just kidding you. Okay, was her husband well known or something? Is he some kind of a company owner or actor or something?
No, my daughter Teresa married a guy from India who has a doctorate degree in electronics and stuff like that. Anyway, he has a lot of his kinfolks came over from India. We got another person here that had put a lot of stuff of getting them over here. So everybody kin to him, and some sped was there. So we had a large group of that bed. That's why they call it a sajit. But anyway, it was a pretty big wedding, and her sister got married last summer. And so anyway, we got both of them married now. They were twins, but anyway, so anyway, I've got one grandson getting married too this summer up in Fresno, and I've got a granddaughter that I don't know if she'll get married or not, but I got a son who's got two daughters that are up there. One is finishing a 4-year degree in college, going for a master's, and the other one is like one more year becoming a veterinarian, getting her doctorate degree as a veterinarian. So they're all getting ready to get married, I think.
Wow, it's family time and starting their income stream also sounds like a good bunch of kids you got there, Ben. Wonderful. And okay, on the special wedding for the Indian gentleman, and that was a big wedding, no doubt about it. All right, good to hear from you too, and I'm glad you're back, and I'm getting settled back to normal there. Let's see, Daryl was in here. Daryl, anything from you? I didn't give you a chance to get much out last night. Daryl, how are you?
Oh, I'm all right. The wife's going to come home on Friday. They put her dad back in the hospital for a minute, but he's coming home again tomorrow. And whether he's ready to be on his own or not, my wife's coming home.
Oh, boy. You're going to have to do the dishes, aren't you?
Oh, I did that. She's got to come home. She's got her own doctor's appointments to go to down there at Cancer Care, so.
Yeah, okay. Is she recovering?
Oh, yeah. It's been a year, and doesn't seem like it, but it has. And she got to get checked over. They're looking at something on her thyroid. I don't know. I'm beginning to get lost in all this stuff.
Oh, boy. Well, let's hope it's not anything real there.
Me too. I hope not. Anyhow, did I miss check-in the last couple of nights on it? Because I never heard anybody.
I think I checked you in last night.
No, I meant 6 meter last couple of weeks. That's what I meant.
Jesus, I wouldn't remember that. I don't know. I was surprised to hear you tonight on 6, so I guess that means that you missed a couple. You broke an antenna or you had the wrong feed line, over?
I'm not sure. It's working right now. That's all that matters.
Yeah, no, it's working good. Good loud signal down here, and good evening to you. Let's see, Ken, are you going already? WA60IB, are you going?
Just getting ready to head out, so say 7-3s to everybody. Have a great week, and we'll hopefully be back Wednesday night in here. WA60IB.
KM6SR.
73, Ken. How are you doing, Ken?
Okay, adios, guys.
K6US.
Yeah, Rob, did you have something for Ken?
Yes, I did. Ken, did you get my text with a picture of that amp I have?
I don't have my phone here. It's in the house, so I'll take a look when I get back in there. I'm heading back to the shop right now.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you. KM6SR, back to net.
And Mike, was that you that said hi, Ken?
No, I said 73, Ken.
Oh, 73, Ken. Okay, hi, goodbye, in other words, huh?
Yeah.
All right, good to hear you. How are you doing? And we missed you last night, I guess.
Yeah, I got busy watching the baseball game with the World Baseball Classic, they call it.
Oh, okay. Is that a game that's played in the United States, this baseball thing, whatever it is?
Yeah, it's just the countries against each other, preseason type stuff, but it's like a mini Olympics for baseball.
I got you. I'm just pulling your leg. Whatever baseball is. I can't watch sports anymore. I can't see the ball anymore. So it's non-existent to me. Very good. By the way, there was a rumble for sports fans that the Seahawks are going to leave Seattle and move over to Idaho. Does anybody know anything about that?
I have not heard that.
Yeah, well, that was the rumble. Probably because of the new tax that they're trying to apply to all the billionaires up there in Seattle. If you're making over $1 million a year, they're going to tax you 10% extra over everybody else. And that's kind of gross, isn't it? Isn't that some kind of precedent?
Well, that's what they're trying to do here. All they do is just run the money out of town. I don't get the thinking.
Yeah. Yeah, tell me about it. All right, I just was curious. We just heard that this morning, and I don't know whether it's going to happen or not. It may be that nobody in Idaho is too excited about funding a baseball stadium. I guess that's the big news. Anyway, football stadium, I should say. Anyway, let's see. Who else is in here yet? Ken's leaving. Rob, good evening to you. Good evening again to you, Aaron. And I got both of you guys checked in. And a bunch of others, but I think I got everybody that checked in briefly right at the beginning there. Let me shoot it back up to you, Richard, and see how you're doing up there. I don't think anybody else is up there on your side, but you might comment. And then we'll start spinning it down towards Sacramento. KD6BQ, I wanted you to have a chance to see who you could hear and who you couldn't hear up there, Richard. KD6BQ, K6MYC.
WB6, Cheyenne Tape.
Bozo 884.
Well, I heard Ben pretty well. He was probably S2, but Q5. So he was a good copy up here. And there was one gentleman you were talking to. I didn't pick up his call. I could not hear anything from him. And, of course, I could hear Ken just fine. And there was one other guy I was hearing pretty well. So, yeah, we were hearing most people except for the one there pretty well over.
Oh, very good. Well, Ben would be surprised that he wasn't doing too well with you. He was, I think Ben lives in a location, though, where he's got some noise and so on. So you got good ears up there in the quiet Wassaw Valley. All righty. Let's see. We had two other check-ins here. 107. Good evening, Dane. And how about up to you first, Phil? Good to hear you here. WB6GGY, K6MYC.
Very good, Mike. Just wanted to get checked in. WB6GGY, thank you for the check-in. Bozo 884, 7373.
Okay, and we'll look forward to seeing you in the morning. I had a very interesting beginning of a conversation with the gentleman over in the Bay Area related to the whole Iranian war thing. So I couldn't copy part of it because he bumped his knob through the middle of the transmission, and I couldn't get to my radio because I just couldn't see how to get it off of fixed. I was locked, and I typically try to stay locked when we're on the stream, so that everybody knows. Sometimes I don't get it back right on the right frequency if I go off somewhere to hear somebody, so that's a delicate thing. Anyway, I'm going to try and give him a call later tonight or tomorrow. He's got a whole different take on all this stuff, and he seems to be informed, so it's not like he's just ranting, but he's very much against the war and all that stuff, and but he has some points that I wanted to hear related to all that. So he's also sent me an email related to what he thinks the missile capability is of Iran, and it didn't justify going to war because they couldn't hit us with a ballistic missile. But I think all the other stuff that's going on is more than adequate, even if they didn't have nuclear capability at the moment. And I say at the moment, they were still threatening. They have enough, and that's another thing that we were arguing with him about, was how much, I think I talked to you about this, how much uranium they had. They had 460 kilograms of uranium, enough to make 10 or 11 bombs, and he doubted that. He said, no, you can't even make one dirty bomb with that. So some of his information is incorrect, but anyway, I thought it would be interesting to chat with him. He went on and on and on, and he's off frequency, and I didn't get any of it. Longest transmission Fred ever made, and I never got a word of it over.
I do understand. I do understand. Okay, Mike, we will catch you in the morning. We'll look for you in the morning. WB6GGY 7373.
Okay, 73, Phil. Over to you, Dane. And you sounded good tonight. WB6JNP, and then we'll head for the Bay Area or down into Sacramento. K6MYC.
Okay, Mike, K6MYC, WB6JNP, 107DMO7. Nothing new to report at this end. Everything seems to be going good. I've got a trip out to past Barstow to get rid of my white truck. That'll be happening on Friday, so it's going to be a long day of driving. Anyway, we'll catch you later. I'm off to dinner. K6MYC, WB6JNP 107.
How are you getting rid of the truck? Where are you going to get rid of it? What are you doing?
Oh, the white truck's being donated to my friends over at Children's Hospital. So one of these donate your old vehicle things. And since they will pick it up any place in California, I figured, great, now I don't have to deal with getting it from the middle of nowhere back to here.
Okay, where is it? Did you leave it somewhere?
Yeah, it's at the RV park we were staying at out at Newberry Springs. So, like I said, it's, sort of like the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. Well, yeah, boy, the truck just kind of gave up on that trip with you, I guess, and I didn't realize you hadn't brought it back. Somehow I thought it was some of the action that failed on it was happening when you were bringing it back, but I guess I didn't hear that correctly. So how did you get the trailer back from there? Did you rent a truck or something?
No, we ended up buying well, the whole story is the white truck acted up around Tehachapi, and it got us out to Newberry Springs, and it looked like it may be a head gasket issue. It looks like it could be a turbocharger. We didn't know, but, we figured that with the age of the truck, the mileage on it, time to replace it. So we actually bought another truck. And then the other truck had a whole bunch of issues, but at least the white truck was out at Newberry Springs, and the RV park said, well, you can just leave it here until you can get back to do something with it. So that worked out really well, and I got a hold of the people at Children's today, and we set it up to have it picked up on Friday. And our fascination with Children's is I've been a blood donor, platelet donor there for years. I'm at about 35 gallons. and that's where our granddaughter had her liver transplant from our daughter, who is the living donor. So we're kind of fond of Children's Hospital, and it was like a nice, easy thing, and I didn't have to move it.
Yeah, where's the hospital located?
Say again?
Where is the hospital located?
It's Children's Hospital Los Angeles, so it's on Sunset, and it's just up the street from Kaiser, and our son Justin, they have Kaiser insurance, but they don't do things that sophisticated. And so they ask us, Peggy being the medical advocate for Iris, they ask her where she wanted the transplant done at either Children's or UCLA, since that's where she retired from. And without even thinking, it was like Children's, and they ask her why. Since she retired from UCLA Medical Center and she was in research, they said, why Children's? And she goes, they have a much better track record.
Yeah, good answer. I want to live longer and live cleaner and make through the operation in good shape. Okay. Well, thanks for the story. Boy, that was quite a vacation you had, so to speak. Oh my goodness. Well, it sounds like it's starting to work out better, and not having to deal with a white truck and all that is a good deal. So go to dinner and enjoy, and thanks for checking in and getting my head straight on that whole debacle of your vacation over.
Okay, well, it's actually a longer story than that, but that's, believe it or not, the short version. So it'll be going someplace where I don't have to worry about it. They'll get a couple dollars out of it, and I figure this is great. And our granddaughter will be coming up on her 9th liverversary or transplant-versary in April. So it's kind of nice.
Yeah, no, that's good. And I'm glad she survived the liver transplant. That seems to be pretty straightforward. A friend of mine, Ham Buddy, the call, perhaps one of the biggest DXers and well-known DXers in the world, Marty Lane, OH2BH. I was down on Aves Island with him on his second liver transplant. The first one went bad, and he got a second one, and he wasn't fully recovered, so he was still limping along. But he made it to Aves Island, and almost in the 2 weeks that he was there, almost recovered 100%. So I guess that it can work out. All right, 7-3. Have dinner. Have good dinner, and we'll see you. Thanks much. Let me go into Sacramento here. Yeah, 7-3, Richard. I was going to say 73, Steve. I figured you might still be listening there. 7-3. We'll see you on Wednesday, and thanks very much for sticking around there. And let me chat with the local fellows here about some of the things. KD6BQ, K6MYC, going towards Sacramento and Meadow Vista.
Roger, 7-3.
KC5, DTU, 712.
Well, look at here, 712. My goodness, I was going to call you yesterday. We really enjoyed the Matt Morris one that you sent, which was related to the Carg Island details from the Hudson Institute. That was excellent. Over.
Roger. Well, sorry I was out last week. I had meetings to some of the other organizations that I belong to almost every night last week. So that week is over with until next month, and have to do it again.
Ignoring you, I was just running the rotator over towards Sacramento here. Okay, you got to do it again next week. You're going to be going again next week.
No, next month. It's a monthly thing where a week seems like all of the other organizations that I belong to and get information also. It comes up 1 week of every month.
Yeah, okay, very good. Well, I've got a phone call. One of the interesting fellows in the Bay Area has quite a bit of different take on the war in Iran right now, and I was going to try and get another viewpoint. I may not agree with it, but I want to hear his side and what his comments are and what his reasoning is and what his sources are for information. So he seems to be very adamant about it. A lot of people are very, very disturbed about it from the Bay Area, and I'm not sure why. But, it's the Bay Area.
Roger. Well, I got some more good stuff, and I'll keep it coming, and as I get it here, and I'll let you have it.
All right, thank you, Kerry. Maybe we'll get a phone call back and forth in the next day or so.
Roger, and remember, if you come down out of the hills, let me know.
I will. I haven't had anything to come down for. I haven't been down that way for almost a month now.
Okie dokie. All right, I'll be listening on the side here a little bit.
Thank you, Kerry. Good to hear you. And we'll see you tomorrow night on 1296. You think you can make 1296? We can talk a little bit more there.
Roger.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, 73s, and my regards to Judy, and we'll talk to you tomorrow night.
Thank you very much, Kerry. Bye-bye. Okay, I'm toward Sacramento and Meadow Vista. Let's see. KR6MR. John, are you hearing me?
Yes,
hey, good evening, Kerry. KM6SR.
K6MYC in the group. KR6MR. Bozo 759.
Yeah, hang on a second, John. Kerry, did you hear Rob saying hello to you?
Negative, I didn't.
Say again, Rob.
Hey, good evening, Kerry. KC5DTU, KM6SRR.
Roger. Got you, Rob. You must be pointed north there. You're way down in the north, but I heard you that time. 73s, and good to hear you, and we'll talk more soon.
Okay, Kerry. Yeah, I'm pointed still up to Sacramento. I got to give you a call to get that doctor's name you were telling me about at the meeting. Anyway, 73. Go ahead, Mike. Thank you.
Oh, you were at the club meeting, were you, Kerry? I'm sorry I missed you. The ones you go to, I don't, and vice versa.
Yeah, well, it just so happened every night except for Friday night, so I got to make the club meeting, and that was the first time at the new facility.
Yeah, okay. Well, sorry we missed you there. Yeah, we had company that night, so I couldn't get there anyway, but normally it's not the case.
Roger. Well, we got lots of time to make up, so I'm sure we will.
All right. Thanks, Sherry. Good evening again. Okay, let's see. 759, go ahead, John. Good. Sorry for the interruption. A little local chatter finish up here. KR6MR, K6MYC. Nice signal.
Yeah, thank you, Mike. A good signal tonight. Looks like conditions are fairly good this evening. It was only 79 up here, so I had a very nice day. Go ahead.
Yeah, we were probably pushing in the high 70s. I don't know. I didn't look at but I was working in the sun this afternoon, and I was actually getting a little uncomfortable in some spots because I was right in the sun. And then I moved around and changed to position and got a little shade working for me, and it was better. But the sun was hot anyway. The air was coolish. I don't think we got much past 75, but it was still a beautiful day. Wonderful. I'm working on sprinkler systems, crawling around on my hands and knees trying to make sure I had water to my orange trees and lemon tree and Oro Blanco. So a big deal for me. I like to keep those trees making fruit.
KM6SR.
Go ahead, Rob.
Oh, yeah, I've been working.
Yeah, I showed that we had an 80 up here today for high, and Fulton had 85.
Dig up my quarter-inch drip lines and chew on them.
A little double there. I got it, Rob. Yeah, well, I haven't had too much problem with rabbits. We've had a little time from time to time they come up and nibble, but I've got so much water available that they don't have to starve for water by chewing into water lines. There's usually dishes around the yard that we feed the cats and the animals with, so there's usually some liquid that they can just dip into, and they don't have to eat my water lines. Over.
Yeah, well, it's just, I've got a bad puppy dog that does as she pleases,
and chews on everything. She loves to get a hold of PVC pipe, get a small leftover piece of half-inch PVC. To her, it's a bone. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I can believe it. Not a good thing, though. You train her to be bad on things you don't want her to be bad on. Okay. Yeah, I haven't got that problem. The puppy isn't living here. We've got a puppy that visits us quite regularly. The mother is here this week because she had a hysterectomy, and so she's recovering here. They have to keep her away from the other dogs in the 5 acres that they have down there because she runs too much. They don't want her running until she's got a couple of weeks on the healing of the belly there. So she's been here, but she's very quiet and docile compared to her baby puppy. The puppy, they're Queenslands, and they're just so full of energy. They don't know which end is up, and she chews on everything, but just lightly, including fingers and arms and everything else. If you got tough skin, she doesn't break through, but Beauty just gets punctured all over the place. She nibbles on me, and it doesn't break the skin. So I guess I'm a weathered person. Anyway, good to hear you, John, and nice strong signal tonight, and I'm sure it'll be the same for Bill. Hopefully he won't have that terrible noise that he's had problems with. KR6MR, K6MYC, we'll see you on we'll see you tomorrow night on 1296, I hope, over.
I hope it'll probably be pretty weak and skimpy, but I'll try to see what I can do. Right now, Bill and Darren both have very high noise levels on 6 meters, so I don't know if they can get in or not. But you can check them in.
Okay, I will do that. 776 and 756. I'll get them both in here. 776 and 756. And let's see if I can hear Bill in here. Good evening to you, John. See you tomorrow night. KR6MR, K6MYC, clear, and I'm pointed almost within 2 degrees of you, Bill. How copy, over?
Yeah, Mike, I think I heard you turn it over to me, but I can barely copy you through the noise. KO6KD776.
Okay, well, you're very strong, Bill. You're very strong. I can boost the power a little bit up here. I don't know. No, I think I'm already up there. I'm running a full 1500 here, so I can't give you any more. Anyway, we got you. We'll look for you in the morning, Bill. 70 trees, and I'll look for Darren. Darren's got noise also, and if you happen to communicate with him, tell him he's also checked in. KO6KD and KJ6KFB are both checked in, K6MYC.
All right, 7-3, Mike. I heard you say 7-3. See you in the morning, KO6KD, clear.
7-3. Now, KD6 Sugar Whiskey, KD6SW, Reading, KD6SW. Give us some CW if you're hearing anything up that way. Rich, KD6SW, KD6 Sugar Whiskey, Reading, Charlie, November 80, K6MYC, calling and standing by, over. Boy, I'm not hearing any CW. I guess he's not hearing me. Can't seem to get the signal to go up that Sacramento Valley. I don't know why. Okay, let me see here.
W6, WZZ.
W6, WZZ, just coming your way. Good evening to you, John. Let's see, 11:45, right?
Yes, sir. 11:45 is correct.
Okay, and we haven't heard you for a week or so. How are you doing up that way?
I'm doing just fine. I've changed my antennas around, and so I got this antenna at the back of the house, so I guess I'm making a trip down that way.
Yeah, no, good signal. I'm not even quite, well, I wasn't quite pointed at you when you first called. I was still at Sacramento, but you came pouring in, and I didn't see any big changes. I rotated toward you, so you're already, quieting the receiver down for sure. Anyway, great to hear you. And so you make some more room for some more antennas, is that it?
Yes, sir. I have another antenna vertical coming. It's DX Commander. Vertical antenna. It'll do up to 80 to 10.
Yeah, okay. That'll give you some fun stuff to listen for, particularly on 80. You put a good ground system under that, you should be able to work a long and short path on 80 to Europe, over.
Yeah, roger that. Yeah, it's I've been doing a lot of research, and for the room that I have, I can't put a big ass antenna up in the air without my neighbors complaining. So a vertical with a bunch of wires coming off of it would be just fine. I'll be able to do DX. I'm doing DX and contests off of wires anyway.
Yeah, okay. Well, that'll be interesting to see how it does on 80 meters. You have a good reference point, against the N6RO station, over.
Oh, roger that. Yeah. I can't compare to N6RO. That's just not happening. One of the biggest contest spots in the United States, and I'm just a little peon.
Yeah, I know, but you can compare what you're hearing versus what they're hearing.
Yep, roger that. My last contest a weekend or so ago, I got 96,160 points, over 100 mults, so I was happy with that.
Yeah, that's good. You talk about the ARRL single sideband contest?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that was good. Okay. That was a lot of good conditions that weekend, too. I worked a lot of Europeans on 40 meters that evening. Saturday evening was very nice. And it went on and on, but I didn't spend too much time other than just catching some Europeans. I don't normally hear Ocean Henrys and stuff like that on 40. But they were bombing in at 20 over 9 here, so couldn't pass up the opportunity. Anyway, good to hear you, John. Thanks for checking in, and we'll look for you perhaps on Wednesday on 2 meters.
Roger that. Yeah, I've got a spot for that 2-meter antenna, so I've got to put that up, and it's a work in progress. A lot of moving around stuff, so yeah, it's all good. Anyway, have a great day tomorrow and the rest of the week. Stay hydrated. It's going to be hot the rest of the week. K6 NYC, Whiskey 6, Whiskey Zulu. We're off the key after your final.
All right, very good. 7-3. And, it was about 75. Rob said it was 80 here today, but it wasn't 80 at my place. I can tell you, I would know 80. It might have gotten close, but it's going to be 80 this week, they say. But I don't think I got to 80 here. It just didn't feel like 80. It was hot in the sun, but it was sun heat, not air heat. The air was gently cool, and I was able to tolerate the temperature without a long sleeve shirt on, but it certainly wasn't something that was boiling me by any means. The air was not hot. Air was cool. So much for that. 7-3 W6WZZ 73 K6MYC. N6RO, are you there, Ken?
Oh yes. K6MYC N6RO. How's the audio?
Not too bad. It's not as good as your other radios, but it's okay. It's better than usual.
Okay. I reloaded the what they call a profile that sets up what I want, but it's not perfect. Anyway, Bozo 835. I think I gave you my dinner report of I've almost forgotten already. Oh, sea scallops and shrimp and a bunch of veggies. I wonder if Judy got my email replying to the one she sent me with the link to the Scruggs show.
I don't know. I haven't been in the... I think she got it, but I'll find out tonight. After I get done here, I usually go in and we sit and go over some emails and listen to an occasional blog and so on. So I'll find out if we got yours. Did you send something along with it?
Oh, yeah. I sent links to Bella Fleck, who is mentored by Earl, and he's got hundreds of videos on YouTube. He's been playing for about 30 to 40 years. He's not a kid anymore. But he's taken the skill or the sound of Scruggs and raised it another notch. I mean, he's absolutely the best five-string picker in the world. And you can just prove that by watching any of his videos. And as far as Earl is concerned, I've been listening to him since I was a teenager. And he started the whole thing on the three-finger picking style that everybody has to learn to play. A tune that he wrote called Cripple Creek. Anyway, well, let's run and see you on whatever is tomorrow, 1296, N6RO.
Okay. About halfway through the transmission, you got some kind of a background ringing sound, like somebody flushed the toilet. You got a little ringing sound or something. What was that?
There's no toilet in the ham radio room, but it could be feedback on my audio here.
Yeah, maybe you could just listen to your audio. Just key it up once. Can you go to monitor quickly?
Oh, yeah. I hear it right now.
Okay, just key up and listen once there. Let's give it 5 seconds of quiet, over. Just sounds like white noise with a little ringing to it.
Sounds like a fan in the background.
Yeah, it's possible.
It probably is a fan. I checked the cooling fans on my high-pass filters, or bandpass filters.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. All right. Anyway, it's just another attribute to your signal. Not to worry, it's Q5. That's the main thing. 7-3, and we'll see you tomorrow on 1296. We should have quite a gang in here. A lot of people are coming up, and should be pretty good on 1296 tomorrow. So get you a chance to see who you can hear. N6RO in Oakley, K6MYC.
Yeah, guys are buying the 9700s, and that's the big increase on 1296, I think. And congrats to John on his effort in the ARRL phone, and thanks for the help that he gives me on all sorts of things here on the radio ranch. And he also chauffeurs me to my eye surgery appointment and fixes about everything that breaks here. N6RO.
That's good to have somebody like that with more than one skill. That's the problem these days. It's hard to find somebody with one good skill, much less any skills, over.
Well, he's a multi-skiller.
Yeah. All right. See you tomorrow, Ken. Take care. N6RO, K6MYC, looking up toward KO6IQR. Are you there, Mario?
134, 6IQR.
I hear IQR and somebody else in there with you. Or maybe you've got the stream playing in the background there, but good to hear you. And I called you earlier on 222, but I forgot I was on 222. I was thinking I was 6 already. Anyway, sounding good. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was listening to the stream, and I was like, geez, did I miss my opportunity here? And I look over, and you're still on 222, and I'm scrambling for my radio, trying to put my headset on, and then someone piped in and said, no, you're still on 222, Mike. Yeah, you almost knocking the laptop over and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, no worries. Sorry about that.
Oh, it happens. Yeah. I heard you got the cats in there keeping you busy apparently, but yeah. Beautiful day today. Another one. Nice and warm. Like I was sweating today. I was out in the field all afternoon and had to put on my rancher sombrero to keep the sun off my neck for the most of the day. But yeah, it's gonna start to crisp up all the weeds and starting to look like a fire hazard over there. So we got the mower coming this week to mow down all the brush around the perimeter on the slopes.
Wow, is this around the dump that you're working?
Yeah, well, we're in the dump, so it's just the property we're on is kind of like in a little basin. It's got some slopes up, like pretty much on three sides. So it's a zero runoff. But yeah, that stuff's like there's some of that mustard or whatever the heck that yellow stuff is about 8 to 10 feet tall in some places, and the grass is just long. No one's cut it in a year or so. We gotta do something before the fire department shows up and gives us an earful.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. I worked out pulling weeds again and finishing up the bowls of my fruit trees so that they would hold water. Got the bubblers going in them. Finally got a good amount of water going to my fruit trees. I want to keep water on them when they flower so the fruit sets. I get a lot of lemons and a lot of oranges and some grapefruit or Oro Blancos off those, so it's worth the time you put in. All right, let me let you go. I'll look see if John is in here. KD6WVL 73. Mario, back to you for your final, and we'll look for John. Over.
Okay, Mike. Yeah, it was good to hear from you again, and I look forward to jumping in on 1296 tomorrow for my first time. Got everything set up and should be ready to go. So 73 Mike, K6NYC from KO6IQR 1189. Back to you.
Okay, yeah, right, very good. We'll be looking forward to that. 1296 would be wonderful. We had quite a few check-ins last week. I think we got 22. Maybe we'll even break that record this time, so wonderful. Thanks, Mario. KO6IQR, K6MYC clear, looking for KD6 Whiskey Victor Lima.
1134.
1134. Good evening, Merle. N6BCC, go ahead.
Yeah. I'm just going to check in and check right back out. I've been sicker than a dog. I don't know what the heck's going on, but yeah, doctors got me taking antibiotics and stuff, and I think I caught the same crud that Phil had.
Yeah, it's really going around. It's very contagious. It seems like everybody's gotten it at one form or another. There seem to be a couple of different versions of it. I'm not sure if it's not just the same version, and it has a different effect on some people. Some people get it more in the chest, and they get bronchitis or the effect of bronchitis. Other people get it more in the stomach flu, and other people get it more in the nose and the nasal thing with a cough. So hopefully, whatever yours is, just give it a couple of weeks, you'll be over it. I always say, when I take something for a cold, it takes me 7 days to get over it. When I don't take anything, it takes a whole week. Over.
Hey, Roger. Yeah, I've been, well, tomorrow will be 5 days on that antibiotics the doctor gave me, and I've been using NyQuil and Dayquil and all that garbage. And actually, the past 3 days, I've been sleeping almost all day and sleeping almost all night. And, yeah, it's just, I think it's helped some, but I sure ain't getting nothing done, that's for sure. But, yeah, doggone it. Yeah, and my ear's healing up. Still giving me a little trouble, but it's healing up quite a bit. So those are all good, but I am better than what I was last week. It was kind of weird. I got home from the club meeting, and then next morning I woke up. Tuesday morning I woke up and I just wanted to die. It was bad. It's in my chest and my head and stuff, and oh my goodness. I'm glad it didn't bother my stomach and everything, because it's a little easier to deal with being congested and coughing and stuff.
Yeah, boy, I'm sorry to hear that you're suffering there. But I guess we just have to grin and bear it. Everybody seems to be getting it. So hopefully you're past the peak of its attack on you there anyway. Good evening to you, Merle, and I'll take a lesson and see if Carl is in here. Sometimes Carl to what is it, 294, Carl? W2WRX pops in. We'll see if there's anybody else in the San Joaquin Valley up that way. Good evening. We haven't heard N5 NPD for a long time. What's he doing over there? What's Brett doing?
Right now, Brett is up in the hills up there up north. His son and daughter-in-law and grandchildren are out from Texas, and they're up there at his mom's house, so they can all visit. And he's been pretty doggone busy here lately. And he hasn't been on the radio a whole lot, even on the net, there in the evenings. He hasn't been on a bunch, but it happens. I think he's trying to get caught up so he wants to retire, I think, because I retired last year, and another friend of mine and his is retiring here in about a week. It'll be his last week, and then so I think he kind of wants to join the club. So, alrighty, Mike, I'm gonna get out of here before I start coughing and hacking again and everything. So tell Judy I said hello, and we will catch you next week and everything. So take care. K6MYC, N6BCC, and I'll let you put the ribbon on it, sir.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Merle. And hopefully another night's sleep. The NyQuil seemed to help me at night. I was able to get my nose clear and not runny and not stuffy. And so I had good night's sleep. It does help you sleep also. But I did like you. I'm sleeping a little bit more in the daytime. But, yeah. It can't hurt you to sleep, even though you feel like you're wasting your time. You're not. You're letting your body heal, and that's what you should do for that stuff. 7-3, and I think Brett's wasn't he back in the police department or something, and he went back to work, and that's what screwed up his hours.
Yeah, he was retired and stuff and everything, but yeah, he's still doing the same thing and getting it done. And he decided he'd better do it a couple more years at least, because he's quite a bit younger than I am, so and everything. He's just a kid. Heck, he's only 2 years, maybe 3 years older than my daughter.
Now we got you coughing. Go to it. Take care. We'll see you. Thanks for the update on Brett. Well, tell him, give him our best if you talk to him. Tell him we miss him on the nets here. But we'll expect to hear him when he gets a little more time there. And 6BCC, K6MYC, QR said up the San Joaquin. Anybody else for 6-meter check-ins? Over.
AB6SR.
Very nice.
Okay, well, I'm not pointed at you, Stan, but we'll take it. My goodness, you're coming in really good, considering I'm aimed toward the Modesto. Go ahead, Stan.
Yeah, okay. I listened for you earlier, but didn't hear you come to the Bay Area, but I wasn't asleep. K6MYC, AB6SR.
Well, on 6 meters, I start in Nevada and work backwards. I do that because on 220 I make them wait for me up there, and then I don't want to make them wait again on 6, so I start in Nevada on 6 meters. Over.
Yeah, okay. So I'm coming in pretty well this evening, eh?
Yeah, I pointed at you now on your bombing end here, so 6 is working like gangbusters. Over.
Great, okay. Well, I didn't do it. It's 85 here today. Did a bit outside in the morning, but then came in the afternoon and finished doing my taxis. So one of those days. K6MYC AB6SR.
Yeah, well, I worked outside for about 4 hours. I worked till about 5:30, from about 1 o'clock to 5:30, and I got tired. I'm starting to drift off here. I didn't get enough nap time after I came in, so I'm gonna have to go to bed early tonight. Anyway, good to hear you. Good signal. Well, you want to take a standby and see if Chris, by any chance, is going to try and make that son of a bitch work over there?
775.
I hear you, Mike. 775. We'll get you in here, and then we'll give a call over to Chris there in the San Jose Los Gatos area. But you're sounding good on 6. Go ahead, Mike.
K6MYC, KB6WFC, number 775. Good evening. It was pretty warm here today. When I got home, it was in the low 70s, and now cooled off to the low 60s. So it feels good. Back to you, Mike. KB6WFC.
Yeah, well, I guess this is the best time of the year. Fall and spring for you is probably the best time of the year. It's cold in the summer and cold in the winter, and then in the spring and summer for spring and fall you get good weather for a change, and the fog goes away for a month or two. All right, Mike, thanks much. Good to hear you. Look for you tomorrow night. 1296 now. Come on. I need your check-in. We're trying to break our record of 22 check-ins. Over.
Roger. We'll give it a try, Mike. Thank you.
Thanks, Mike. And back over to you, Stan, and then we'll take a listen and see if KA6CUYH is in there.
Yeah, K6MYC AB6SR for quick final. Yeah, nothing much else here. It's down in just below 70 now, so we got windows open, and we'll close up tomorrow. I think tomorrow in the next few days is going to be really hot. So no other news here from me, Mike. So see if Chris is about. Talk to you on Wednesday. K6MYC AB6SR.
Okay, KA6UYH. How about it, Chris? K6MYC. Bozo Net. No, he isn't there. He said he wasn't going to be there, but I tried to prod him into trying the antenna, even if it's got a bad match. If he said it was about 2 to 1. He's trying to get the match down, but everything he does doesn't seem to make any difference. So I'm not sure. I'm wondering whether he's got the skills to do it. The tuning whole loop shouldn't take more than 10 minutes. If you can't get it in 10 minutes, there's something seriously wrong. Anyway, I don't know. He's making a life's work out of it to get something on 6 meters there. I'm giving him a bad time. So sorry about that, Stan. 7-3, we'll talk to you maybe on Wednesday. AB6SR, K6MYC. Anybody else on 6 in the Bay Area, please? Over.
Yes, WB.
Well, KJ6QIO's out here, 1009. I'm not in the Bay Area, though, but I'm here.
Anyway, back to you, Mike.
Okay, Gary. I got you, Ron, 1009. Good strong signal from Charlie Mike 96 in South Fresno area. And I hear you, Gary. So, Ron, hang on a second there. If you have something, we'll pick you up in just a minute. If not, well, you're at least checked in. So, there you go. And you sound like you're on the mend there. Up to you, Gary, and good to hear you. And you heard me have Stan listen for KA6UYH, but apparently he's not going to get in there tonight. He's not going to make that whole loop work no matter what. He could probably just transmit into it, and I'm sure I would hear him. You guys would hear him for sure. WB6WNI, K6MYC.
Yeah, good evening, Mike. Yes, I listened for Chris, too, and Dan reported the same result, that we did not hear him. I didn't hear anybody. Obviously, did not hear the station in Fresno. Too far away, but but there's been no local stations around here. We're just kind of plagued with a lot of noise here, but you're coming in over the noise. And I guess you have less noise than I do, but Stan comes way over the noise. So anyway, nothing more here. So I guess we'll just wait for Wednesday. But I always like trying 6 meters. You never know. Someday we'll have that DX again like we had a couple months ago. K6MYC WB679.
Yeah, well, I think we have to wait now until the 1st of May. And then we'll get some E-skip in here, May through late June. So there's about 2 months of good chances that we get some E-skip. Now, whether anybody breaks in on this frequency on sideband, it's hard enough to get them on 125, much less get them on this frequency. But maybe we'll get a vagrant tuner, a homeless person that's looking for a frequency to land on, and they'll find us here. I haven't heard anybody break in since for 4 or 5 years now on 6 here. Anyway, good evening to you, Gary, and of course we'll look for you not tomorrow, but the following day on 2 meters. One of these days we'll die. You don't have anything that works on 1296, so you're going to have to either invest or we're going to have to just prod you to find a transverter on 1296 or something. Hi. Back to you and tie the ribbons on it. We'll see who else is in the Bay Area there. W6PQL should be here.
Already, Michael. When I pause, I'll say 73 now. Yeah, we'll need more money for 1296 and even 220. We're talking about that. And I did look at the transverters. Yeah, maybe they might handy. Anyway, Mike, I'll say 73, and also I'll listen for anybody else on 6 meters. But I'm turning it over to you. 73 K6MYC WB679.
Which transverters did you call Q5 signal on the 222 transverters? Weren't you asking me about that?
I was, and it was the Q5. I found the others, Ukrainian and some others. The Q5 really, if I went with anything, it would be Q5.
Yeah, it's just that they're expensive. You're going to be in the 400 to 500 region, and that's a hard one to chew on. But if you put a good antenna up, you can then start to be really quite effective in the contests and stuff and have a lot of fun. So there you go. You just have to be able to justify that besides just checking into the net. Hi. All right, 7-3, Gary. See you on Wednesday. WB6 WNI K6MYC clear and QRZ Bozo Net Bay Area.
874.
I got 874, and I have another one also. So 874, hang on a second. My brain is locked up. I can't remember who that is. I should. And who was the other one that checked in? Go ahead.
No, my call sign is vodka, please.
Oh, Victor Papa. Sorry about that, Vlad. I should have recognized the voice. Stand by a second, Vlad. Who was the other one? I'm sorry, you got doubled up again. Try again. K6MYC Bozo Net, over. The other station that called in, please go ahead. Don't give up on it. Now I heard you twice. Come on. Did anybody else hear that station? No, I don't know. Maybe it was in the background on your station there, Vlad. Take with transmission. And my goodness, it's been a long time, but good to hear you. I think I work, BB, your buddy down there in Southern California, more often than I work you lately. You must be really busy up there. Let's see, K6, I forgot to call. Victor Bravo, Golf. No, it's not vodka, bourbon, and gin. It's something like that, though. Vodka, bourbon, or what is it? Go ahead.
It's vodka, please. And yeah, the other Vlad is we take in turns, so he's taking over right now. I've been away for a while.
Yeah, okay, very good. Where have you been?
I've been Reno, Tahoe area quite a bit.
Oh, okay. What, you working up there or doing some, I don't know what you do, over?
Oh, yes.
I'm sorry, I doubled with you. What do you do up there?
I do photography.
Oh, Okay, very good. I didn't know what your avocation was there. Very good. Well, you're sounding good down here this evening, but I am hearing that background noise that's in your shack, so you got something playing that's quite loud. It's not bad, but it made me think, who am I hearing here? It might be the stream that you've got going there. Anyway, great to hear you. Anything new from your location? Are you still going to be able to check in on 2 meters? Over?
No, I don't have a 2-meter radio, and I turned the stream off. That's probably what's causing the noise. And I don't know, you're kind of really, really weak for me. Must be the conditions today, unless I have something going on with my station.
I moved the antenna up your way a little bit. I'm running 15 watts. You may just have a lot of noise that masks my signal. You're very strong here. I don't have any noise, so I'm lucky that you're right in the room with me. That's how good it is with whatever power you're running. K6 VVP, K6 MYC.
I'm running the whole 200 watts here, so watch out.
Watch out, watch out. Burn your fingers. Okay. Very good. So what do when you go up to Reno, Tahoe? Are you photographing models or show people, or what are you doing?
Interiors mostly and landscape.
Oh, okay, landscapes and so on. Very good. What do the photographs turn into, like puzzles or anything?
Well, interiors are for the real estate photography, and the landscape is for myself.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. Very good. You've probably seen my website, or not my website, but my QRZ page. That's got lots of landscape pictures of my property. You'd like it here. We got lots of good pictures throughout the year. You could set your camera and shoot six or 8 times a year and get totally different pictures between day and night, or evening and morning, and then just the terrain. I've got no flat spots and mountains and everything else in every direction, so it's quite interesting. It really enthralls a lot of people when they come here. Over.
I don't know what's happening, Mike. You're kind of falling in the noise for me here, but I want to ask you if you got a chance to walk.
Have I had a chance to do what?
3Y0K.
Well, if he doesn't come on 40-meter sideband, I'm not going to work him. But so far they haven't come down to that level. They're still working FT8, aren't they?
They already QRT, but I had a chance to work them on 40, and that's about it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're fading also here, but I'm not having any trouble copying. Your signal's going down. Let me go up a little bit this way. This might be a little better for you. I moved it more and more higher towards San Francisco. That may or may not help. I don't know. Anyway, we'll let you go, but great to hear you. And don't make yourself a stranger. Hopefully we hear you more often here on 6 and other bands, but nothing else, I guess, is all you have for VHF is 6 meters. K6 VVP, K6 MYC. Good evening.
All right, Mike, great to hear. Maybe I'll check in from Reno one day.
Yeah, that'd be good. We can work you in Reno. There's a guy up there. I work on 2 meters, N7 Victor Alpha Zulu in Reno, N7 Victor Alpha Zulu. I don't know what he's got, but it's not a big station. And then there's a station I worked that was on tonight, Wausau Valley. If you know where Wausau Valley is, not too far from there. And that's Richard, KD6BQ. He boils in here. And then we also work Carson City, and KE7UQL. Big signals from there as well on all bands, except he doesn't have 6. But Richard's a big station on 6. He's always loud in here. 7-3, Vlad, take care, and we'll look for you again soon, I hope. K6 VVP, K6 MYC.
Roger, Mike 7-3. I know exactly where the Wausau Valley is. It's between Reno and Carson, and maybe from the Mount Rose will be direct path to you. 7-3.
Yeah, any of those higher spots. Most of the guys don't have a good location to get over the mountain, but still get a signal over here. I work into that area on every single band, 6 through 1296. Over.
Good to know, yeah, because it's kind of, Washoe Valley is in the valley and it has a huge mountain in the front of it. And I think the station, the Comstock station in the Virginia Highlands, I think this is it for it, right?
Yeah, well, I don't know where Richard is, but he's down in the hole a little bit, but he gets out very well. I even work him on 432, and he only runs 8 watts. He runs 8 watts, and sometimes we even have sideband contacts on 432 with him. Over.
Roger, roger. All right, Mike, you're fading more and more. Great to hear you, 7-3.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the band. You're fading also. It's not a fade. It's just the path is just deteriorating. But I'm copying you fine. Still probably a signal-noise ratio, but you went from about S6 down to S nothing. 7373 K6MYC Bozo Net. Anybody else? Anybody else in the Bay Area, please? K6MYC. How about W6PQL? How about you, Jim? Now let me go down here to Santa Cruz. Okay, this should be pretty close to Santa Cruz and Watsonville. AF6 United, how about you, Lee? Are you in here tonight? Oh, Lee. How about KW6S? How about you, Tom? KW6S, KW6 Sugar, K6MYC. I bet you they forgot about it. Tom doesn't have 220 working, so he's forgetting to get on 6 here. AF6 United, AF6 United, K6MYC. Lee, are you there? Okay, not. Okay. Well, we're sure light in the Bay Area, but it was nice to hear Vlad. KM6SRR in the group, K6MYC. Did you hear anything from Vlad?
Just on the stream. I tried to peek on him, but I couldn't find him.
I'll be darned. Yeah, he was good at first, and it just went gradually downhill. I don't know. It was a strange kind of fade.
It was good to have him in here, though. We haven't heard him in a while. And Daryl hadn't checked in for, I think, a couple of 6-meter nets there, a couple of weeks. KM6SRR.
Yeah, well, I think he's been in a jumble with the wife and her ills and all that stuff, so. But it was good to hear him on as well. And Dane had a good signal. I don't know, could you hear Dane and all his trials and tribulations?
Yeah, I was picking up a little bit of it. I really wasn't pointing the right way for him.
Okay. Well, should we go south?
I don't know who we got down there, but it's always worth trying. I think I've got right now a total of, let's see, 20, 22, 24, 25.
Okay, you know, when I didn't remember whether I wrote you and Candy down, and I don't remember if I wrote Aaron and Brittany down, so I might be missing those. So if I take your number and I'm 2 or 6 or 2 or 3 or 4 below you like we were last night, don't worry about it. You got them and I didn't. Over.
Okay. Yep. I've got Aaron and Brittany and Rob and Candace in here.
Well, normally I do, but I was jumbled at the beginning, and I was just running about 5 and 6 guys behind, so I was writing calls down, writing numbers down, and I probably, and then you didn't check in right away, or I haven't heard Aaron here at all. Have I heard Aaron here at all?
Yeah, I said my call sign, but there was a lot of other traffic going on.
Well, I normally would have written it down. I think you're down here, but I just can't be sure, and I can't see good enough to find it. Anyway, if it's missing, Rob, you'll know what the deal is there. Okay, I'm going to go south and see what happens here.
Yeah, I'll say it now for posterity. 1079 and 1100, K6US.
Oh, I'm sure if you said it before, it's certainly on the stream, so it's in there.
Well, before I just said my call sign, and then you didn't make it to me. But it's no worries. You get bombarded on this band at the beginning.
Well, yeah, and sometimes I've already got you written down. Usually I know you're in here, so I write you down right along with 47 at the top of the list. Over.
Yep, roger. Yep, no big deal. And, well, you knew I was already here because of 220, so. But, okay, well, see if there's anybody down south. They'll probably just be shouting into the void.
Well, hello, Void, Arc Void, and Wilson, I barely missed you. You remember that movie? What was it? Lost, or I don't know, with Tom Hanks, where he's going loony because he's in the boat and he's got sunstroke, and he starts to talk to his basketball with the name Wilson on it. And he makes good friends with Wilson.
Yeah, Castaway.
Castaway, yeah, that was a good one. Okay, QRZ South, we're looking toward LA from XE2 land all the way up through Bakersfield and up into Visalia, perhaps. K6MYC Bozo Net. Anybody?
680, Mike.
680. We'll take you, but you're not in that direction. Good to hear you, Mark. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just kind of wherever, but good to hear you guys, and thanks very much for doing the net, and sounding good. How you doing?
Oh, we're doing good. I'm a little tired. Probably going to have to go to bed early tonight because I'm falling asleep here doing the net, believe it or not. A couple of times I even drifted off on some of the guys with their longer conversations. And what the hell's the matter here? I shouldn't be going to sleep. I hardly ever get bored with a conversation. I'm just tired for some reason. It was warmer than usual, I guess. And I was working in the sun, with hands and knees on the sprinkler systems. So, anyway. You're sounding good. Go ahead, Rob. Say hello to Mark.
Hi, hello, Mark. Yeah, I'm trying to get up that way right now. K6MTS, KM6SRR.
Sounding good, Rob. Sounding good. I heard you earlier, but yeah, you definitely turned this way. So, good to hear you, sir. How are things?
Oh, doing good, I guess. How's that tower thing coming? You getting some progress going?
No progress yet. Thanks for the information, though. But we're still putzing around here. I will let you know, though.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, if you need any more, I don't know how good my advice would be, but I'm willing to share whatever I know.
Right on. Appreciate it. All right, and hello, Aaron. K6MTS. Back to you, Mike.
Hi, Mark.
Hey.
Yeah, you're sounding good down here. K6US.
Yeah, are you vertical, Mark?
Yeah, I got the ICOM 7000 on a disc cone antenna. That's what I'm on right now. And then on the 7300, I've got a wire, but it's oriented northeast southwest. So both are similar, but this one's working better now. This is a disc cone antenna.
Yeah, very good. Well, you're certainly fine. I don't ever have any problem with you. I think you and I are almost line of sight.
Yeah, I think so. I think pretty straight shot. Yep. Anyhow, I'm surprised you guys just don't pick up Southern California much, huh?
Not on 6. They're not very active on 6. I don't even know if they have a 6-meter net. But the guys down there in LA, unless you're a big gun, you don't live in LA if you're a big gun because you can't hear anything. And if you're a big gun, you don't care about this net. So I think that's what it boils down to. There's a few people down there on 6 that are very big, but they don't bother with the net. And the smaller guys just can't hear us probably. I'm sure that there's a few that could, but everybody's gotten lazy and they just go to FT8 and that's the end of it.
What about 2 meter and 440?
Well, we work them easily on 2 meters. We had San Bernardino Pat, W6PMD, in here last night like a ton of bricks. I think he runs about 200 watts down there. Very good signals. And I can work into Mexico. I have worked XC2BC and some of the other guys down there, but they're not on very often, and they don't check into the net. So I can work San Diego. And we used to work, a friend of ours out on Loma, Point Loma, out of San Diego, easily. Anywhere down there, as long as you're not in El Cajon, which is the box, which is down in a hole, but up on the ridges and anywhere in the clear, I can work. I used to work Mobile all the way up to the Bay Area from my Mobile when I was driving around down there. I worked with Louis NCO, WB6NMT, who had, the hell was Louis' company name? He had a couple, and I can't remember now what it was. It was, he made linear amplifiers in competition with us at KLM there for a while, but we were always good friends. But I went to work for Louis when I kind of semi-retired in between selling KLM and not starting up M Squared yet. So I consulted to Louis for a few years and traveled down there almost weekly. But I had an egg beater in the car and 350 watts on 2 meters, and I worked all over the place from down there in San Diego. All Bay Area was not difficult, particularly if I drove to La Jolla, where I had, there's a transmitter site up there, a TV broadcast station up there in La Jolla, and man, that's just a water shot right to San Francisco. Over.
Is that Mount Soledad by chance?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I know all those names. I grew up down there, actually right around Ocean Beach, Point Loma, and so yeah, I know the box and all that stuff. Yeah, this where I'm at now. I got a feeling, because I still am going to have a knoll, some dirt heading north, where I'm looking at putting the tower on this property here, Mike, and I can't, if I go to the highest point of the property, it'll probably be a little better to the north, but it's on a slope, and it's going to be a pain in the butt to get everything up there, so I'm looking more at maybe down here about 30-something feet lower, but on a flatter part of the property here, much more manageable, closer to the house and all that stuff. So point being is, I think I might be able to get a lot of the SoCal stuff, but maybe not so much to the north. Over.
Yeah, well, I think you'll be all right. You'll be amazed how good the signals can knife edge over that mountain, that ridge. If you find the right height, you'll knife edge up there, and I bet you'll hear the guys. You can also do it bouncing off of something in the Sierras a little bit, go a little bit to the east, and you might catch them. So I bet you can still work DMO 8 and DMO 9 up there, Reno area. All right, back over to you, Rob, and then I'm going to close it down before I fall asleep here. I'm awake and I'm listening, but boy, oh boy. I know what's partly the problem, this 220 noise in the background here. Let me shut this off. You probably can hear this. There, is that better? I didn't realize I had the receiver not wide open, but plenty of white noise coming out of there. Probably a little quieter background now. KM6SRR and around the loop once before we shut her down. K6MYC Bozo Net.
Okay, Mike. Yeah, I think it sounds a little better. Yeah, I just realized I had mine on too still, but I had the volume turned down. Anyway, it's good to hear you there, Mark, and K6MYC, KM6SR 73, and Aaron, K6US, KM6SR 73. And we'll turn it over to you there, Mark, K6MTS.
All right, Rob. Good to hear you, and Mike, and Aaron, and anybody listening out there, and Ron. Hey, Ron, if you're still out there. 7-3, guys. K6MTS.
Good night, Mark.
Okay, this is K6MYC Bozo 47 and Delta Mike 07 Delta Bravo, closing the 6-meter net on March 16, 2026. Good night, all.
And hi, Ron, K6US.
Hello, Aaron.
Are you still out here, Ron?
Oh, yeah. I'm just kicking back here, reading something.
Are you hearing many of the people tonight?
I'm just pointing towards you, so I didn't rotate around.
Oh, okay. Just curious. 7-3.
All right. I can hear the guys north, south, everywhere. They're light, but I guess if I point at them, I'd probably hear them a lot better.
Yeah, give me your number again, Rob. We added Mark, of course. What's your latest number?
I got a total of 26 now, including Mark.
All right. I'll go give this to Judy and let her make a count, and you'll hear from her, no doubt, shortly.
Sounds good. KM6SR. Go ahead, Ron and Aaron.
Okay, good night to all the lovely people on YouTube. KA6US.